Omnath, Locus of Mana. So, kind of went with a sapperling theme for this one. I'll start off with creatures. I have yet to see how good this one is. I haven't gotten to play it yet. Some mana dorks. Of course, Skoos. This one's really good. Makes all my sapperling tokens mana dorks to dump mana into my pool. This is a really good blocker. Just value. Get a land off of it too. Mana dork gives me sapperling tokens. Gives me sapperling tokens. Gains me life whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control. Gives me a +1/+1 counter whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under my control, which can get out of hand with some of the other cards in here. Whenever a land comes into play, untap it. Tap it, untap target land. This is a combo piece with a land and Amulet of Vigor. You can go through your whole deck and get all the basics out of it by untapping this. I forget what the other land is called. Here's some token generation and buff for my sapperlings. So it's pretty good. Some draw cards. This is a really good one for Omnath. Make some plant tokens, or sapperling tokens, and then this guy for hopefully a finisher. Artifacts here, some draw. I usually have plenty of extra mana, so the 2 isn't really difficult to pay. This doubles what my forests tap for, but it also doubles what everyone else's forest taps for. So we have to be careful with that one. Have to be careful when we play this one as well, because otherwise, you know, if you don't have tokens out or a token generator out, then this kind of doesn't. It can hurt you pretty hard. This is for when someone kills Omnath and I have a ton of mana built up. That mana will just become colorless unless they remove Horizon Stone as well. Shadow Sphere for that trample and lifelink, and then this as well is a pretty sweet ability. This card was pretty cheap when it came out, and it has recently jumped up hard. It's like $18 or something now. Of course, you know, make Omnath even bigger, make him unblockable, give him more trample and lifelink, make the rest of the team as big as Omnath. I guess we'll go mana searches. Just ramp. I have 15 mana searches in here. This one can be pretty good if I've cast a bunch of other stuff before. This one has some versatility to it. I can use it as a mana search, or I can use it as a recursion card. Writhing Regrowth and Harrow are basically the exact same card, but just different names. Push of Vegetation. This one's really sweet, because I can dump a lot of mana into it, like 10 mana, and go get 10 basics. Or, well, I wouldn't want to do that, I guess, because they go to my hand, but... Or I can deal twice X damage to each creature with flying, which this deck doesn't have a lot of tech against flying, so that's pretty useful. Some interaction here. Destroy all enchantments with Back to Nature. It's an instant, which is pretty awesome. Sky Reaping. More flying removal, because like I said, flying is like the bane of this deck's existence. This is an instant, and so typically how I use this is someone kills Omnath, and in response I will use all the mana that I've accumulated to start destroying everybody else's artifacts and enchantments. Same thing here, if someone tries to destroy Omnath, or if I really need to remove something, this is Beast Within always is clutch. This can make me a ton of tokens if Omnath is really big. I've had him at like 50-50 or something before. Some recursion here. Some utility. Typically I'm using this to one of these three, but always this last one. More removal, a little bit of board wipe action. And here we go to the finishers. This one is pretty devastating for obvious reasons. Infect is nuts. Overrun, classic. Overwhelming Stampede is super good. Because, yeah, if Omnath's like a 25-25, everybody gets 25-25 and trample. So, yeah. Enchantments. Rancor. Give Omnath trample. Cryptolith Rite. Here we go. Makes all my tokens have tap out of mana. Turns them all into dorks. Awesome. This lets me play an additional forest. I can sack it to add 2 green. Rites of Flourishing lets me also play additional lands, and I get to draw additional cards, but that affects everybody. Don't care for that one so much. More draw. Here's a little bit of tech against the flying. This can get pretty wild as well. I haven't gotten to really use this card yet because it got removed last time. Was the first time I played it. It got removed immediately. And some more token generation. And for lands, I have 34 lands, 29 basics, just basic forests. And then I have 5 non-basics. So this one is a search, this one is draw, this one is draw. I have the Beseju in here. Ooh. And then this is the land that also searches. It's like slightly better Evolving Wilds. It's repeated Evolving Wilds, basically. But you combine it with the Druid and Amulet of Vigor, which I don't have in here, and you can go get all the basics out of your deck. But with just this and the Druid, I can use my unspent mana to go get as much mana out of my pool as I have that's not spent, and that's just floating. So I left out the Amulet of Vigor. Anyways, any recommendations or clutch cards that would be good in this, just let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.